Welcome to the Leftover Fruit Podcast, Episode 6.
Coming to you live in a dumpy little building in beautiful downtown Culver City. This is the Leftover Fruit Podcast. Podcasting what we want.
We really need to get that voice. I wonder if... I wondered if that dude was like a robot, or if not, like...
Nah, he's real.
I want to dream, dude.
I want to know what he is, though. I want to know what he looks like.
Do you want to know what he looks like? I just want to know that he's real.
Like, I've heard from that guy from so long, but I just want to see him in person, you know? I want to see his beautiful face.
How long has it been? I remember when that radio station, Jack FM? Yeah, Jack FM became a thing.
That was probably since I think I remember hearing it when I was, like, in middle school. Like, in 8th grade. It's been
that long?
I mean, I have a feeling it'd be around for, like, 6 years. I mean, I remember when Hot 92.3 was a thing, but now it's like...
Yeah, he's been molesting our ears with that smooth voice of his for...
that long.
And
we just let it happen. But, anyways, I'm Bruce.
I'm Trevor, and
we have two very special guests with us today.
Yeah, they're sitting in the room, so you may hear from them at some point.
Sitting in the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. One of them goes by the name of Zacharoni and Cheese, Zach Dose, Balzac, Lumberzac,
MTG Elite Motherfucker 63.
In other words, we have Zach.
And the other one goes by the name of
Chelpy, Darby,
Aralara.
But you can just call her
Chelsea.
Or whatever. Chelpy. One of the two.
Those are...
There are guests. These are our guests on episode 6.
Is this where I say hi?
What? For those who didn't pick it up, even though I said what, I did hear what she said. She said, "Is this where I say hi?"
Yes.
Hi.
Okay.
And
that
perfect.
That was the Zach.
Oh, stunning.
That was riveting.
That sounded so fake. Wow, that was very riveting.
Yeah,
very touching stuff.
I am on the edge of my seat. You can't see it because I have a very large ass and this is a very small seat. But it is on the edge of it.
But let's move on.
A few more disclaimers. We will be playing a game called ClusterTruck. Starting with me.
We'll be playing a game called ClusterTruck.
We're going to try to keep comments about it to a minimum. You may hear us exclaim every once in a while, when bullshit happens to us. Maybe one day we'll work on having a visual aspect to this podcast. But for now, just to give a heads up.
Just use your imagination, folks.
Just listen to me curse and wonder what beautiful butt fuckery. That wasn't a word. I said bjartiful or something shit like that. Bjartifully. I'm a Norwegian trying to speak English. Yeah, but we're going to be jumping on top of summer.
Aren't you half Norwegian?
Dude, I'm a lot of things. I'm white. I'm a lot of things.
That is true.
If you want my actual race, as it was told to me, I am Norwegian, German, Scottish, and Irish. And then because my ancestors apparently have been in America for quite a long time, Cherokee Indian, as every other fucking white person in the world, because we did a lot of Native American fucking.
Very bad things in the past.
So I don't even count the Cherokee bit. I'm not one of those like white people who are like, "Oh, I'm a Cherokee. I'm a Native American." No, I'm not. I'm white. I'm Norwegian mostly, as you can tell from my features and my last name. But I'm not gonna walk around and be like a Native American weeaboo.
What? The hell?
Native Ameriboo.
Nativeboo? I don't know.
ClusterTruck. Okay. I think we should move on from me talking about my ancestry and descendants and my history of enslaving and fucking other cultures.
Save that for Ancestry.com, shall we?
I wanted to get that fucking DNA test thing they had, that Forever Me 21 or whatever the fuck it was called.
Forever 21?
No, not the fucking stupid store. there was this DNA thing. You like swabbed your mouth vigorously for a couple seconds and sent them back the thing, and they gave you an exact DNA breakdown of your ancestry. I don't think they offer it anymore, but there was a time where you could do that. You didn't hear anything about that?
No, I
did not.
A
lot of YouTubers and stuff got it done, and I heard it from the Rooster Teeth podcast. They were talking about getting theirs done. I was like, "Dad, that fucking sounds cool." Because I only have like my parents' words on that, and my father was adopted, so fuck, I don't even know exactly what any of it is.
Well, that does sound interesting, but I want to talk about a couple things.
Yep.
In episode 1, I talked about how horrible the MacBook Pro was.
Yes, I remember.
With its very minimalistic features, one lightning adapter, mind you.
Yeah, the one where you have to fucking buy
an external thing. Yeah, buy an external thing just so you can actually get more outputs and shit. But now, a lot of people have been reviewing the MacBook Pro, and a lot of people are not too happy about it.
Of course, I didn't think anyone would be happy.
Well, not. It's because of one key feature that they promised, that they obviously lied about, which was the battery life.
They lied about the battery life?
In the conference, they talked about how great the battery life was going to be. They said at least 10 hours. 10-hour battery life. That's not that great to begin with, but for a MacBook that does a lot of stupid shit like that, very promising. A lot of people have tested it out to see if they were right, and
they were dead wrong?
They were so wrong. Absolutely wrong.
By so wrong, are we talking like in halves?
Guess how many hours a MacBook Pro lasts without a full charge.
I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to say like 3.
You are spot on.
Spot on?
You are
really?
Spot on.
I'm a genius.
It only lasts for 3 fucking hours. That is very bad.
Terrible.
Compared to my laptop that's been overcharged countless number of times, it lasts at least like 4 hours.
At least 4 hours.
Yeah. But 3 hours for a $2,400 laptop?
But hey, it has to devote all that power to all the dongles you'll be plugging into the lightning port.
Oh yeah, that and messing with the...
and the little touch bar. How can we forget the touch bar? Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll be wasting all that time just touching that little touch bar for only 3 hours. So I just wanted to talk about how funny that was.
There's no other... I'm assuming
there wasn't anything else that I found interesting. It was just, that someone's having some fun out there.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of wooing and wows.
TFTI.
Wow.
But I'm going to move on to PlayStation Experience that happened a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
I'm talking about a lot of announcements were made.
I managed to watch about 2 hours of day 2. That's about all I watched in person. Well, I shouldn't even say in person. I didn't watch it while it was happening. I watched it like 2 days later on the PlayStation uploaded recordings on YouTube. But I watched the bit that I cared about, which was the fucking shit. I just hit that ground so hard. Was the Horizon Zero Dawn part of the trailer.
To be real, I think out of all of us here, you were the only one that was talking about how great this game was.
No, I'm not the only one. Fucking Zach here.
I have not heard him say anything about Horizon Zero Dawn.
He doesn't talk. He just sits there and chuckles.
Yeah. I mean,
he's talking.
It looks fun. I'm probably gonna get it.
I plan on getting it.
It's
This is like
fucking robot dinosaurs being killed with arrows by future cavemen.
Future cavemen.
Yes, future cavemen, and you play as a hot redheaded one. Come on.
That's all it says. Come on.
That's the tag. That's the selling point. That's gonna be on all the ads. It's just gonna be like Horizon Zero Dawn. Come on.
Give it a shot.
Come on. Dinosaurs.
Well,
fucking future.
That was one
Robot
thing that they
dinosaurs.
talked about at PlayStation Experience, but I'm going to talk about the announcements that they made. And I made a little list here
Yeah.
So let's see what they talked about.
I did not give a fuck about the
Calm down.
Destiny stuff.
Calm down. Yeah, I didn't either. Yeah, I have not cared about Destiny in so long. Never bought it. Never played it.
I had it. I day one'd it, man. I pre-ordered that bitch, and for its sake, I did enjoy my time with it. I was a little disappointed with the story-wise, stuff like that. But it's not responsible of me to say I wasn't slightly intrigued by what they were saying at PSX, because I stopped playing relatively soon after the game launched, and there's been so much released for it now that I feel like it kind of resembles a completely different game now. Like, there's so much content that I never experienced because I was I was just in the beginning of it when they were still figuring out shit. Fucking shit. I died right before the thing. Okay. But yeah, let's continue with the other things.
So the first thing I want to talk about is The Last of Us Part 2. Now, I knew this was going to happen. A lot of people on NeoGAF said that they were going to announce it anyway.
Yeah.
Like, we all knew Last of Us 2 was going to be a thing. Mm-hmm. But just story-wise, like, it looked pretty freaking awesome.
I'm already calling it right here, because I don't know how many people have seen the trailer. Probably most everyone.
A lot of people probably have.
But the trailer, has Ellie playing the guitar with a bunch of dead people in the house where she's at, presumably ones that she killed. Mm-hmm. But the establishing shot shows a stop sign with the Firefly logo on it, and then it ends with her with Joel asking her, like, "What are you doing, kiddo?" or something, and she's like, "I'm gonna kill every last one of them." So I'm calling it right now, that the game's going to have to do with
Ellie killing all the Firefly members.
Yeah. Because
they lied.
Well, the only one who lied is probably Joel. The only reason the only reason why she would think that would be Joel lied about why they were going to harvest her brain in the end of the first one. Spoilers. But that, or she just, said fuck all other people, and I didn't appreciate the whole gonna harvest my brain aspect of this adventure. Mm-hmm. But one way or the other, she's pissed at the Fireflies, and that's what I'm thinking. It didn't explicitly say that, but I think she's pissed at them.
But she mad.
Ooh,
she pissed as fuck. So everyone was losing their shit about that, and then another announcement came out. There was let's say like a teaser photo earlier in the month for Marvel vs. Capcom 4. It was a fake 4 logo that everyone was losing their shit about, and people thought that this was going to be a thing, and it was proved to be it was just a fake.
Wait,
mashup.
Sorry, a what logo?
It was just the number 4, and it just said
Spring like 20... Fantastic Four kind of shit?
Kind of, but it was supposed to aim towards Marvel vs. Capcom 4. And people were losing their shit, and they were saying, "Oh yeah, this isn't going to happen. Like, they're going to make another Marvel vs. Capcom game." Soon as you know it, they announced a new Marvel vs. Capcom game called Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And the trailer looks fucking amazing. They brought back Mega Man, finally, from the Mega Man X series.
See, I've never really been a fighting games guy, as you can tell from my very adamant hatred of
Street Fighter V.
Street Fighter V. The only fighting games I ever were into was the original, Mortal Kombat's, and Mortal Kombat X when it came out, up until they erased my data.
Then your hatred for it.
Then my hatred grew. No, I've never really been too keen on Street Fighter and shit like that. Because...
Speaking of Street Fighter, guess who won Best Fighting Game of the Year?
Yeah, I heard, and it's bullshit. It's complete and utter bullshit. You can't award people who give away 1/3 of a game that doesn't even work, and then praise them for releasing shit that should have been in the game to begin with for free later. It's bullshit. Capcom should be tarred and feathered and run out of town.
But it's like they own the town, so they can't get run out of.
Well, I don't want to live in Capcom Town. Capcom Town is a seedy, shitty place.
Damn.
I don't care much for Capcom.
Not even for Resident Evil 7?
Well, I will always have a soft spot for Resident Evil, but the old ones, 4 was fun. 4 was a good game. Wasn't a Resident Evil. I will maintain that till the day I die.
Well, yeah.
5 sucked ass. 6 was utter garbage.
Dude, Zach, remember when he was like, when he was saying, I'm gonna go get Resident Evil 6, and then we're both were like, dude, you don't do it. And he's like, well,
it's on sale.
Fuck you, I'm gonna do it.
I did it. I wanted to experience it. I hadn't experienced it.
And then you later said, oh my god, this game sucks so bad.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And then I said to him, like, trust me, you're gonna waste your, what was it, like $20 or $14?
It's like 20. Yeah.
You like spend your $20 on something more decent, like 2 burritos from Taco Sinaloa or something. But like not consume them in the same day because
cool, because then I'd be fucked.
Oh, because that's what I did one time when my parents went on vacation. So I was like, I have the house to myself. What should I do? You know what? I'm going to buy 2 California burritos and I'm going to go home and eat both of them.
At the same time? That wasn't
like, after finishing one of them, I immediately start the next one.
What?
Yep, I did do that. And you know what?
You were on the toilet the rest of the day.
No, my stomach was writhing in pain. I felt like sharp pin needles like going through my stomach. And I'm like, this is such a bad idea.
That's not because of the... Well, I mean, it's not because of what the burritos were made of. You weren't getting sick of anything like germs or anything like that. You just overate.
Yeah, I did. I really did. I was on the verge of throwing up.
I did that once. When I was a young kid, I was with my dad, and we went to In-N-Out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, I could eat 2 double-doubles? Shit. And so my dad let me order 2 double-doubles, and I ate both of them, one after the other. Oh boy. The pain that followed, I can nary describe. And I guarantee you my dad was laughing at me at some point because of that.
I mean, you did say that you were gonna take it. Oh my god, that you could do it, and you did.
I did do it. So technically, I am a winner.
But at what cost?
At what cost? God, jizz it. Yeah, but the problem is, and I almost wish that I could do that again. I too fast. I wish that I could overeat. No, I can't overeat anymore. Like, I eat too much.
We're adults now. We gotta.
My stomach is elastic. It's made out of rubber bands.
So then, when you need to use the bathroom, it's like you're letting the rubber band.
Exactly. I just like, I take it underneath and I undo that one twist, and just so it extends a little bit more. Sorry, I smacked you there, Zach.
Don't touch me.
That's my culture.
Don't touch me, dude. That's my fucking culture.
Oh no! Yeah, these little explanations of me being like fuck and no and stuff like that is me dying in the game.
Yeah, he's playing ClusterTruck.
I'm playing ClusterTruck, and I'm getting cluster fucked. That was funny. Fuck you. It wasn't funny. I'm sorry. I fully acknowledge that.
Did a straight 180 just like that.
I have no conviction. I'd be a terrible politician.
Okay, but we're gonna move on to more announcements that they made. I remembered a long time ago at E3, Activision was talking about how they were going to remake Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoots 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Which I was excited for. I loved the old Crash Bandicoot games. And
So
made
do
me
I.
think, wow, for one, Activision's actually going to make me,
Happy.
the individual, happy. I know a lot of other individuals find Activision very happy. Not pointing at any fingers right now.
Oh. Chelsea.
So what?
But
Oh no. Fuck.
too fast. Too fast. But they showed some gameplay on the remakes of Crash Bandicoots 1, 2, and 3. They're releasing all 3 of them into one package, and they're calling it Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy.
Not remastered.
Nice.
Not remastered.
Good.
They're calling
good.
it.
There's
I
too
mean,
many
if they call it
things.
remastered, it's like that's a lot of remastered games. Like, there's a lot.
That's the joke.
I know. But Yeah, I'm super stoked for that.
Yeah, so am I. I mean, I'm not
will buy that.
I'm not a super Crash Bandicoot fan. I did play them when I was young, but I never finished one, so I was never like too into it.
Mm-hmm.
I spent more time. Oh my god, what the fuck just happened? I was more into like Mario 64 and shit at the time.
Nintendo fanboy.
Oh, dude,
like,
the Wii U was great. That was a great system. Oh.
Isn't that right, Zach?
No, it was pretty bad.
Yeah. and this dude,
pretty bad.
if I recall correctly,
You
this guy got angry with me before the Wii U was released because I told them it was going to be a shit system, but he was Nintendo fanboying it hard. I didn't even realize the end was right there. And he got mad at me for telling him it was going to suck. And guess what? I was right.
At that point, it's like, get out of my house.
I think it was a combination of you saying that Nintendo stock's gonna go down. They're gonna.
No. Oh no! I thought you said
you
Nintendo
added
sucks.
that.
I did think their stocks did go down. Their sticks. Their stocks plummeted.
They're in the sticks.
They're in the bonies. They're in the bonies because their console sucks. They did. Their console. Yeah.
Their sticks in the bonies.
The bonies.
Sucks.
Their stocks did drop. It dropped so hard that Satoru Iwata had to cut his own pay so he wouldn't have to lay anyone off. And it still went down after that. It still went down after that.
I feel bad for Iwata, but he's a really nice man.
Well, he's dead.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him on the fact that he died.
Well, besides that, I'm talking about like how great of a person he was.
No, he was a
himself.
beautiful person, and when I watched the Did You Know Gaming
Oh my
about him,
God.
I cried.
Yeah.
I cried.
I cried at work.
But like I said, I did say that their stocks were going to go down, and their stocks did go down, and they went down hard. No, they did not. They did not go up.
No, their stocks did go up when Pokemon Go came out.
Yeah.
because everyone thought that Nintendo was behind that.
That's completely unrelated. Their stocks went down directly because of the Wii U. Directly because.
But okay,
You can't say that their stocks went up recently because of a completely unrelated product and then use that to refute what I said about the Wii U. The Wii U... that wasn't even me. That wasn't even me.
Wait, you what?
Someone's stomach was just going like, so
Nintendo still make good games. And I'm not going to dispute that fact. People like their games. They do make good games. It's the same game every single time.
Have a Wii U in this room?
Yeah.
3 out of
but
4.
you do realize that compared to all other... I do not have a Wii U.
Personally or household?
In the house, there is one. For my little brothers.
Same here. I bought one for my little sister, but I have not touched it
Yeah.
ever since.
100% of our households has a Wii U.
Yeah, but do you want to pull up the numbers of PS4 and Xbox One owners compared to Wii U? It's much more.
Up since Final
No.
Fantasy came out.
Yeah, not only. Are you in La La Land? This is gonna make me angry. Are you in La La Land? You do realize that the Wii U sold so fucking shittily.
It's because of their strategy of
No third-party support and just being utter shit?
No. Nintendo's... I don't even know how to say it. Their distribution is shit. The way they distribute.
I can agree.
Yeah, that's
Like
why
they
took
undersell
4
because they
years.
don't make enough copies.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
remembered
well,
when the Wii U came
that
out.
coupled with coupled with the fact that they don't have third-party support.
Yeah,
They
that
don't-
too. Like they only relied on their own selves when it comes to releasing games, and their third-party support was like at a very minimum.
They're still in the mentality of back in the N64 days, where every game designed for that console had to be inspected by Nintendo.
That is
and
true.
get the seal of Nintendo, and also had to have 64 in the name. That was a stipulation.
Back in the day.
They don't
but-
have that now. It's
Yeah,
But
they
the thing-
finally
this
opened
is-
up a little bit.
See, but these are all excuses. You're trying to justify the fact that I'm right. Their stocks went down. It's the worst selling console out of the current generation.
That's true.
And you know, Satoru Iwata took the pay cut because of that standard Japanese price would fucking whatever.
That's fine.
I called it before the Wii U came out. I said barely anyone's gonna buy it. It looks like it's crap. It's not gonna have any games other than Nintendo's normal, shitting out of another copy of the same fucking IPs, and that their stock's gonna go down. All of those came true.
Mm-hmm.
All of those came true.
What was I talking about? Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
PlayStation.
She triggered me. I got triggered hard. I
wouldn't say triggered. I would say conflicted.
I got conflicted. I got triggered into my confliction.
You got that mad conflict, though.
Yeah. Okay, what was the next game?
The next game that they announced was Uncharted: The Lost Legacy.
Yeah, I heard. We said,
which is like DLC for. You did say that there was going to be DLC.
We talked about that last game.
Yeah, but there was more info about it. It's going to be about Nadine Ross and Chloe Fraser. I think that's what her last name is. Chloe from Uncharted 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
And
who's Nadine?
Nadine Ross is the black lady and the antagonist in Uncharted 4.
Oh,
you didn't play it, so you wouldn't know.
But I did see a Vine of like the confrontation with her, where she's like, "I just got to hold you off till my boys get here or something," and they just clothesline her and end the fight right there. Like it's one shot and the fight's over. I saw that. I don't know who this character is, but this is a funny little video.
Yeah, she's a badass, dude. She's a badass. I don't really know too much about the DLC in general, but I'm excited. Man, I'm gonna be so broke next year. There's gonna be so many great things coming out.
Am I having a stroke? What's that say?
What?
Back trucks to the latest truck. You trucks.
Nice.
What?
I don't know, man.
I want to know what these fucking things do. Not just tell me the word truck over and over again.
Now, for this...
Beautiful.
A grappling hook.
To the point.
So, now, I'm gonna fanboy a little bit here, since out of everyone in this room, I don't know, I might not be the only one that's excited for this amongst the group, but they announced that Danganronpa V3 was going to be released this year. And as many people know, not many people, some people know in our group of friends that I really love the Danganronpa series. And what the Danganronpa series is a visual novel that's about solving cases and murder cases for that matter. It's kind of like Phoenix Wright, but more fucked up. And
would you say like a mixture between Phoenix Wright and Persona?
Definitely not Persona.
Yeah.
No?
No.
I was talking like in the way of tones, not gameplay.
The way of tones is a lot more dark in Danganronpa
like
compared
to Tensei?
Like
if I said that right?
I'd just say SMT.
SMT? Yeah.
Kind of. I wouldn't be so sure, but it has a lot more humor with think of it like dark comedy.
I like dark comedy.
Yeah, that's what Danganronpa is. It's like a visual novel and then dark comedy.
I might need to get it.
But you can on PS4 because in March they're releasing a 2-game pack on PS4 called Danganronpa 1-2 Reload, and it has both 1 and 2 from the Vita version, just tuned up a bit to work perfectly fine on a PS4. And if that isn't enough for you, well, I got some more news for you, because in summer of next year, they're releasing a game called, I think, Danganronpa Another Episode, Ultra Despair Girls, which is kind of like Resident Evil 4. It shifted from a visual novel to like a straight up shooter. It was so weird, but I really like it. To tell you the truth, I have only ever heard of this series once, and that's through a tweet from Wario64. Yeah, that's how I heard about Danganronpa 2, because when I saw that, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, no one's gonna buy this, and then here I am. Fanboying about it because of talking about how great it is. But they announced that it's coming, that Danganronpa V3 is coming out this year, and I'm gonna buy that day one. Guaranteed.
Awesome. I might pick up the first. I just want to see what you're talking about, so I might pick up.
You
that
actually have to use your brain. Like,
oh shit!
You actually have to
I'm
think.
Fucked.
Because shit ain't all like it's not easy.
To tell you
it's not easy.
To tell you the truth, like, I haven't completed a single Phoenix Wright.
Really?
Yep. I mean, like...
What about Professor Layton?
That I have. I have done that, and I actually really adore the Professor Layton series because I love riddles and the little puzzles they provide, which is a different form of critical thinking than what's presented in Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright is very attention to detail oriented. Because that's pretty much all it is. It's you have to think of every little detail and listen to like testimonies and pick up the little inconsistencies and shit.
Because that's exactly what you have to do in Danganronpa.
Oh, fuck me. I'll still give it a try. I did enjoy Phoenix Wright, but in order to beat the first one, about 3/4 of the way through, I resorted to like a walkthrough. So, but I mean, I guess that says a little something. I was able to get through 3/4 of it before resorting to the walkthrough.
So you did do fairly good.
Yeah.
Fairly good. I can tell you the first one's a little easier compared to the second one, because the second one's just like, how the fuck was I supposed to figure that out?
I'm not a big fan of that. Like, if it's like really obscure rather than actually logically like
no, it's
connected.
It's logically connected. Like when it comes to the murders and everything like that. You okay?
I'm fine. I'm sorry. I'm just making faces here while I'm missing
and making
trucks.
like heavy breathing while you're at it too.
That was my oh.
How the fuck did you make that one?
I'm just call me Magic Johnson. Fuck. That was fucking brain.
Wow, that I caught that one. Like what Magic Johnson did. A couple more games were announced, but I don't really know too much about them. One of them's called Dreadnought.
Dreadnought. I don't think I've even heard of it.
I haven't really heard anything about Dreadnought. I mean, you could correct me. I don't care. I'm not the kind of person that's like, I need to know everything.
Well, I just told you I haven't heard of it. I can't correct you. I have no information.
Yeah, it's like, we're not perfect. we have no clue what Dreadnought is. And then a game called Windjammers.
Still have
nothing?
No idea. Sounds like
an old game from like back in the day.
Yeah, it sounds like something from the 90s that incorporated like flying with rollerblading. Like Jet Set Radio, just not good.
Jet Set Radio, but not good.
Yeah.
Good comparison. I like that.
That's what I get. That's what the name. Fucking what was it? Wing gliders.
Wing gliders.
What was it? Wing jammers.
Yeah, Windjammers.
Windjammers.
Wing gliders.
Fuck you. Yeah, that's what that name invokes. About. Oh my god, cross section. Shit. Yeah, that's what calls to my mind. Shitty Jet Set Radio.
Another game that was announced. Mm-hmm. Zach, calm down. All right, get ready for this. Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom.
I'm kind of looking forward to that. I liked Ni no Kuni 1, so...
I still have not finished the first one.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to not like it, but
it's not that. It's like, I stopped after a while, but I'm like, fuck, do I really want to keep going and like finish this? Like, I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, I got to a point where... I liked the game. I'm just gonna say that. I liked it.
The art style, the game, the story was just perfect.
Oh, and I love anything Studio Ghibli too.
I love
it. Fuck me. Oh goddamn. But I got to a point where I was on the tiny little island where you had a chance of finding like a super rare enemy that gave super ludicrous amounts of experience. Fuck. And I was just farming that, and then I just stopped playing. I think I might have got another game or some shit. And I'm notorious for not finishing games if I pick up another one while I'm still playing one.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to see a number 2.
It's a very cute game.
But there is going to be a number 2.
Yeah, I know.
But it's not going to be about Oliver.
Ooh, it's not?
No, I said it's not going to.
I know, that's what I was confirming.
I thought you were saying that.
Said that in the questioning.
Oh, yeah. And I really don't know much about it, to be honest. I just know it's about a new set of characters.
So not a little weirdly Scottish plush toy with a lantern ring in his nose?
I played it with the Japanese audio, to be honest.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I played it with English.
I did hear the English, and I'm like, what is up with this guy's Scottish accent?
It's terrible. Yeah, I think that was before I started listening to game audio tracks in Japanese, or ones that made sense. I say that like I do that all the time. I don't. Fuck you. I've only listened to Final Fantasy 15 with Japanese voices, and fuck, what was it called? It was another Japanese RPG I got a little bit ago that I also had Japanese voices on.
I think I vaguely remember you buying that when Cole and I bought Fallout 4. Was it that one?
No, I think I downloaded this one.
Oh, okay.
I just remember that I got it with the hopes of streaming. And as soon as I booted it up, the PS4 gave me, "You have entered a block screen," and never left a block screen. Entire game was a block screen. I'm like, what the fuck is this? The only thing I could think of that why they would have done that is because they had like full anime like cutscenes and shit. I'm like, maybe this was like done by an outside company. They didn't have the rights. You don't have the rights to stream it. I
don't know. Could be.
It was Tales of
Symphonia.
Yeah, but like the newest one.
Oh, okay.
That's the one. That was the game.
Ah, I see. Okay, that's interesting. Another game that they announced, or at least they announced. What the fuck?
I don't know, but I didn't even realize that I beat the last level.
Another game that they talked about was like, this game was announced a while ago, but they finally announced a release date, which is like Nier Automata, I think. It's like NIER and then Automata.
Nier Autonoma. Yes.
Autonoma, there we go.
Yeah, that game looks pretty as fuck.
So they announced the release date for it, and it's going to come out on March 7th.
Like, you remember the video I showed you, right, Zach?
Yeah.
With the like bullet hell like singing boss, and it's really really You should saw. There's a video like a boss video, where they just show off one of the boss fights, and it's really awesome. It's like this robot opera singer, and she's singing the entire time you're fighting, and her singing goes along with her attacks and stuff. And then it becomes like a bullet hell. It becomes like a bullet hell at some point, like the way you have to dodge like all the projectiles she shoots and stuff. And I don't know, it looks really nice. I didn't play the first Nier, wasn't interested, but this one I'm like, gonna probably get it.
Well, you can get it on March 7th, and you know what that date is? A month before Persona 5 comes out.
You mean 2 years before Persona 5 comes out, when
Please
they
don't.
inevitably tell you...
Please don't.
Oh, why? You don't want me to be right again? You don't want me to prophesize?
Okay, because before, this guy said, I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to delay it, and it's going to come out on April 1st. A week after that, they had a live stream where they were showing the English gameplay, and right in the beginning, it's like, unfortunately, we're going to have to delay it. We need a little more time to go, like, perfect it. And it's coming out on April 4th, and I'm like,
so close.
Fucking shit.
So close.
He was almost right.
So
the fact that he said April pissed me off. It's like, that's 2 more months that I have to wait for a damn game that was supposed to come out 2 years ago. I'm not gonna be like, I don't want to be like, well, I feel like I had to wait the most, because that's obviously not true, because people have been waiting for Final Fantasy 15 to come out for so long.
10 years!
10 years, to be exact. But this is Persona we're talking about here. It doesn't take 2 years, or let alone like 6 extra months to release an English version.
I started watching the I was looking for something to watch on Netflix, and I couldn't find anything, so I blew the dust off my my Crunchyroll app, and started watching the Persona 4 Golden animation. Sight. I mean,
Sight.
It's not. It's kind of.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna disagree with you. I mean, like, Persona 4 Golden, I don't know why that was even created.
I just have a weird, like, I don't know, maybe I fell asleep or blinked out of existence.
It's because, like, that anime was just directly about a character that they just made up in like the newer version of Persona 4.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking from like story wise. Like the very first fucking episode has them in like going to an alternate fucking dimension and getting attacked by all these like the demons you would expect from Persona game, and then the main character getting one of his personas, like figuring it out, and the persona just killing everything. I'm like, okay, cool. They're gonna be utilizing this. Nope. Every episode after that's just been like school life kind of bullshit.
Yeah, that was the golden anime was kind of crap, to be honest. But there is another one that came out before that, Persona 4, the animation. That one was just strictly about them, not about that one girl. I don't want to. Well, I was gonna say spoil, but it's like
it's the black-haired girl.
Marie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! There's no trucks. There's no trucks to get cluster fucked on, or cluster trucked on. Pray tell. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, and truth be told, I'm not exactly paying too much close attention to it. It's kind of just something. God damn it! Why'd you have to fall off the ledge as soon as I needed to jump on you? I mean, what? Why? These dudes not drive properly? They're driving. I mean, on mystical floating.
Well, to be fair, I wouldn't drive on a road like this.
Oh, you mean like on a mystical island floating in the sky with
well,
moving
no
wooden
shit. I don't want
platforms?
to die.
That looks very fantasy-esque. Oh my god, what's happening? Anyways,
I don't want to get too sidetracked about Persona 5.
Yeah, I won't.
I already shared my 2 cents about it. I don't want to like get myself heated again.
Yeah, and I don't want to, cause you any more grief and call a new release date for it and have it come true. So I won't say anything.
Thank you. So we're gonna move on to Yakuza 0.
I'm excited. Actually, I have never. I'm gonna. Disclaimer: I've never played a Yakuza game.
I have not either. I wanted to buy every single one of them before 0 came out, and then I looked at the price tag for Yakuza 2.
What is it?
$120.
Yeah, fuck that. I'll just play the new one.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I say too. And apparently they say that Yakuza 2 is a really popular one.
Yeah.
And very hard to find as well.
That's probably.
But then again, I found it at a book off, and book off tends to overprice everything.
There's that one weird, obscure GameCube horror game I saw there once. It was like $130. I'm like,
oh, I know which one you're talking about. I wouldn't say Fatal
good?
Frame, but
no, it's not Fatal Frame.
It's not Fatal Frame, but I know which one you're talking about. But I don't know.
I think I heard from Tim or someone that it's actually really good, and I'm like, oh, I love horror games, and this is one I've never even heard of, and I should
get it. And then you look at the price tag, I should not get this.
I saw the price tag, and I'm like, I should get an emulator.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
you should
it's not stealing from the company because there's no new copies. I can't give them my money anyways. So I'm just gonna, save myself $100 and emulate the goddamn thing. And
you should just emulate Monster Rancher Hop About.
Fuck you. I've heard your stories, your horror stories. I don't want to be hitting level 100 and wishing that everything would end or that the world would explode in a fiery inferno because of the hell that the game is putting me through. I can't fucking beat this level. I can't beat this level.
That's okay. But they also announced another Yakuza game, which is basically a remaster of 1 called Yakuza Kawani. And I don't know what Kawani means in Japanese, but I think someone described it, but it's just a remake of the first one at 60 FPS, 1080p.
So cutely.
I am loving it. Alright. I cannot wait to get that one. There's a lot of games that I'm going to buy next year.
Yeah, I want to get the new one.
Wallet.
I was watching the new footage of it in Japanese, and I was like, this actually looks pretty fun. I'm pretty sure I would have liked the original games had I played. Why are they floating? Had I played it. And Yakuza was just never really on my radar until recently.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that looks like fun. I don't get this fairy magic. So yeah, I'm gonna get that too.
Yes.
I don't know. Those trucks are floating. I'm just trying to imagine all the sweaty, overweight men driving these trucks, and with murder in their eyes, trying to kill each other, running each other off the road.
I mean, that's what happens when you run off of, like, what, a few hours of sleep while driving from one side of the country to the other.
Caffeine pills and more caffeine. That's what they run off. They don't eat. They don't sleep. They just have IV drips of caffeine.
No eat, no sleep, just drive. That's all they... Oh, my God. Just drive.
So
but
anyway, next.
another thing that they talked about was that... You remember that game from the PlayStation, Parappa the Rapper?
Yes, I do remember Parappa the Rapper.
I'm sure a lot of people have. Well, what about Patapon on the PSP?
I do remember. I played the shit out of Patapon, the first one.
What about Loco Roco?
I actually played the demo of the first one.
Well, I got some news for you. They announced that they're going to make a remastered version of Parappa the Rapper, Patapon, and Loco Roco on PS4. That's oh man, that's gonna be.
I was actually kind of hoping they'd just make an all new one.
I actually thought they were gonna make another Parappa the Rapper. I didn't even know they made two of them. I didn't even know the second one was a thing.
Yeah, you don't know they had.
I didn't even know. It's like that's how much of a fan I wasn't on.
That's how much of a fan I was.
I was not on Parappa. There's a lot of remastered games being announced.
They started a trend. It. I don't remember.
PS4 is just PS3 HD.
It's PS3 remastered.
Yeah,
you mean
remastered. Yeah, that's.
Make it. Shit. I don't know who's to blame for the whole remastered.
EA?
I don't know. I just said I don't know. I don't know who to blame. Someone was the first one to say, "Oh, it might have been Capcom. It might have been Resident Evil. That might have been like the beginning of the remastered. It got remastered on the GameCube.
Oh.
You're talking about Resident Evil 4, right?
No, 1.
No.
Resident Evil 1 got remastered on the GameCube and then got remastered for PS4.
Oh yeah.
No, there was already a remaster on the GameCube. So that long ago, we had a remaster. But that was a good remaster because that wasn't just they took the original game and made everything new. They added game mechanics. Mm-hmm. They added the Crimson Heads, the kerosene, all that whole dynamic. Everything was beautiful about that remaster. It's my favorite fucking Resident Evil, one of my favorite games of all time. But that being said, fuck you, Capcom. You might have started the whole remaster trend.
Well, maybe it's not the company itself to blame. It could be the fans too. They'd say, yeah, they want to play the same game that they enjoyed like in their younger days, but they want like better frame rate and better resolution.
I want to say though that I don't think there was anyone asking for a remaster of Resident Evil. I think that was just like they decided as a company, we're going to do this. Actually,
I think wasn't Resident Evil 1 remastered started as a Kickstarter?
No, it wasn't Kickstarter back there. Back then? It was GameCube days, dude.
No, I'm talking about for PS4.
Oh, I don't know.
I seriously thought that they did a Kickstarter for Resident Evil for PS4.
If there was, I mean, I'm not guiltless in this because I bought the fucking I had Resident Evil 1, I had the fucking remaster for GameCube, and I bought the remaster on PS4. So I'm not blameless in this whole thing about the remaster train. But I will say that I cannot stand when big companies do Kickstarters. Get the fuck off of Kickstarter. This is for indie developers and people who can't come up with the money. Capcom, you've got the money. You just want people to shell out for it.
I mean, you shouldn't really talk about Capcom, too. You should also talk to Tim Schafer about that one.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. And the thing is,
With Psychonauts 2? Really?
Yeah.
You need $3 million to make that game?
Holy crap.
But the thing is...
Come on, man.
Hold on. The thing is, though...
Where did the other money go?
The thing is, though... Well, no, the thing is, a lot of the... I keep saying the thing is...
I want some answers.
A lot of the companies that are doing Kickstarters and stuff, like established companies, they're not kickstarting the full amounts of the game. They're kickstarting like a small amount. It's to gauge interest and stuff, and it's different levels of amounts. But none of these Kickstarters from big companies are being like, oh, this is this is the amount for the Kickstarter. This is going to fund the entire game. No, this is gonna, fund a little bit of the game. We're fronting the rest of the money. This is just we're having you shell out for a portion of it.
Yeah, because recently, I think on the Video Game Awards last year, they were talking about.
It's like getting
talking about
pre-orders.
Shenmue 3's Kickstarter, and that got funded within an entire day alone.
It was like, wasn't it funded like within a couple hours of it being announced on stage?
Oh yeah, that's right. It was.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, guys.
Shenmue. I mean, I can't really talk because I've never played Shenmue. All I know is what I've seen of it, and I have watched like playthroughs of it and stuff like that. It did not seem like a great game. I think this is one of those.
I found it kind of boring.
Yeah, it's a walking around and talking to people simulator.
Where is warehouse number 8? Warehouse number 8? You should go ask the sailor in town. Why is the sailor in town? Why isn't he by the sea? I need answers.
On a dock by the bay.
Why isn't he watching the tides roll away?
Ooh. I think the whole Shenmue Kickstarter being funded like that and stuff like that, it's one of those cases of nostalgia getting in the way of actual perception. Where people are, they're under the thrall of, they're like, oh, I had good times while playing this because this was the only game that I was allowed to get on this Dreamcast that I admittedly picked the wrong console to buy back then.
I think I only knew one person that owned a Dreamcast, and that was my cousin.
I knew one person too as well. My friend David had a Dreamcast. The problem is the Dreamcast had a lot of good games, and it was a pretty decent system. It was kind of ahead of its time, but this was when Sega was dying. They were starting to, crap out when it came to Sonic, and oh Jesus, I made a grave error.
McGraver mistake.
Yeah, so I mean, Sega was already going downhill, and the poor sales of the Dreamcast in relation to, at the time, was Xbox and GameCube and stuff,
and PlayStation.
And PlayStation 2, I think.
Oh my god, that was probably my favorite console.
Yeah, it just had a lot of great consoles. PlayStation 2 and GameCube especially.
Was the best.
Yeah, so they picked the worst time to make their own console, and it just nailed that final nail into the coffin.
What was I talking about? Oh yeah,
we were talking about Shenmue and Kickstarters in general.
That's right. Now we're gonna move into something completely different.
And now for something completely different. Yeah, I was about to start talking about it again, but yeah, no, let's move on.
Wipeout Omega Collection.
What?
Another remastered series.
Oh, Wipeout the Ski-Doo racing.
Oh.
The futuristic racing.
Yeah,
game.
futuristic speedboat racing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking for a second, Wipeout, that stupid shitty TV show.
Yep, me too.
And I was like, wait,
the fake ass
what?
MXE?
Yeah. Exactly. No. The MXC.
They actually made.
Good.
Speaking of that stupid show, they actually made 3 Wipeout games.
Yep.
I think they made an MXSC game on Xbox.
They did?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw it.
I need to look that up.
I could be completely and utterly wrong, but I'm pretty sure they made a Most Extreme Elimination Challenge game on the Xbox.
Interesting.
I can't tell you how it played.
Because you never actually played it.
Nope. All I know is what I think I saw. And that was many years ago, so I could be completely mistaken. Get on the truck! Yo!
And then, I think this was the last one that I remembered that they were talking about. It came with 3 classic games from like the PS1 and PS2 era, just remastered again. 1080p, 60 FPS. And I think that was all they talked about on PlayStation Experience.
There probably was more. It's just that's all
other
people are talking to.
Like that's all that came to mind. But I'm gonna move on to something else. The Last Guardian again. And boy, oh boy, let me tell you how poorly it runs.
Oh no,
dude.
Okay, so who here was actually excited for The Last Guardian?
If you would ask
Zach
raised his
quickly
finger.
raised his finger.
Just a finger, because that's how
Chelsea,
that's his
were you?
excitement
No?
now.
Well, it was interesting because I didn't play any of the.
You didn't play Ico or Shadow of the Colossus?
No, I did not.
I played
just
both of
watched
those. I played both of those.
I can vouch for Chelsea. I did not play both Shadow of the Colossus.
Am I the only
Ico.
one in here? I know Zach played Shadow of the Colossus.
Zach did play 'em.
Yeah, he did.
Did you play Ico, Zach?
10 minutes of it.
Yeah, I didn't beat it. I have not played.
Oh, okay. So you played. So you've got. God damn it! Oh, I did it! So you played Shadow of the Colossus and a couple minutes of Ico, and I beat Shadow of the Colossus and almost beat Ico. Like, I went far into it. And then you two haven't played any of it.
I have not played at all. Yeah, I've just watched some of the bosses in Shadow of the Colossus. Did not see a single minute of Ico.
All of it is pretty much bosses.
Ico is actually takes place later in the. What the fuck killed me?
Rolling boulders.
Was that? Oh, there are rolling boulders. Rolling. Ico actually takes place later on the timeline than Shadow of the Colossus. Shadow of the Colossus happens first, or at least that's the theory.
I didn't even know those two were actually connected.
I believe they're the same universe, and Ico is after. Is after Shadow of the Colossus. Oh, fuck me.
But so Last Guardian came out not too long ago.
Yes.
I think like last week.
Yes.
There was a review.
Oh Jesus.
And you know how Sony's like games play a lot better on PlayStation 4 Pro because that's their gimmick. It's 4K upscale, so it's obviously better.
Are you trying to say right now that
it's not?
There's no. Are you trying to say that they're like intentionally like shoehorning, like not shoehorning, like making games that'll run poor on anything other than a PS Pro?
No, because I'm going to tell you how bad it runs on PS4 Pro.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so resolution-wise,
yep,
it runs on 1080p. The frame rate, 30 frames per second. 30 FPS, 1080p on PlayStation 4 Pro.
I mean,
guys,
again,
games been in development for how long?
I still have to explain to our friends and stuff when they bring it up that the PS4 Pro does not render in 4K.
It just upscales.
It upscales into 4K. It upscales using something called checkerboard upscaling into 4K. It does not render anything in 4K. All these people are like, oh, it's going to render in 4K. No, it does not. It renders in, in 1080p and then just adds more pixels to make it a fake 4K resolution. When you buy a PS4 Pro, all you're getting is a slightly faster machine that can upscale. But if you so happen to own a 4K TV.
Not only that, if you so happen to own a 4K TV that would actually work with a PS4 Pro.
Only certain ones?
Only certain ones, as of right now, only will let the PS4 Pro work.
Let me guess.
There has been a lot of cases where TVs would not even recognize the PS4 Pro.
Ooh.
So
you can't even use the PS4 Pro.
Scandalous.
Terrible.
There was a way. I think I watched a video that Vash showed me a while ago of a guy complaining about how the PS4 Pro is complete and utter garbage and that it came out too quickly. He had to do so many different things just to make his PS4 Pro work on his 4K TV. It even had to involve him like plugging in his PSVR just for it to work.
What?
And it didn't even render, it didn't even upscale to 4K. It only did 1080p.
Well, was he looking through the VR? Because the VR headset does not go to 4K.
I know that. Like, not only that, but like he did, I don't know what he exactly did, but he did something completely bootleg just for it to work on his 4K TV.
Let me guess. One of the TVs it does recognize is Sony's new PlayStation TV that goes to 4K. Because I know they have a PlayStation TV that like connects to your system and like works well with it. I thought about getting one a while ago with PS4. When I first got my PS4, I was looking for a new HD TV. Ended up going with Vizio. Pretty happy.
Same here.
pretty happy with Vizio. They're cheap, but they're really nice. But I'm wondering if they're making if they made like a 4K PlayStation TV, and if that works with the PS4 Pro.
Okay, so what I'm going to say to anybody that listens to this, and even our friends that say that plans on getting a PS4 Pro, don't get it yet.
Don't get it, yeah.
If you want to if you want to use a PS4 right now, just stick with a Slim.
I would have rather gotten a regular one instead of Slim, but I kind of didn't really have
The one with the glossy finish like mine.
Yeah.
They don't make non-Slims anymore, right?
They don't.
I still have original, like, fucking Gen 1 capacitor buttons get triggered by static electricity and spit my shit out constantly.
That's the one you guys gave me for my
your birthday.
Yeah, for my birthday. I remembered that I don't even have that PS4 anymore because
we returned it. Yeah,
yeah, because
I went with you.
It was defected.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, mine did it too. I don't think it did it to the extent yours did. Of course, I didn't know what yours did. Mine would go through periods of, like, it would be completely fine and I could play discs on it. And then all of a sudden, it would spit one out and then continuously spin the drive. And then for the next, like, week or so, or 2 weeks, I wouldn't be able to do discs because it would just spit them right back out a couple minutes after being put in. Mm-hmm. And whenever I'd plug in, like, headsets or something, the static electricity would spark it. I eventually got to a point recently, since my shit's long out of warranty, Gen 1 PS4, I just popped the eject capacitor button out, and never had a problem since, because that's how I just literally boop, button gone. You can't fucking trigger when there's no goddamn button.
Yeah.
So now I have a PS4 that has a small button-sized hole in the bottom, but I don't give a fuck. It's black on black. It doesn't show up.
It still works.
It works great now. It's wunderbar. I can buy physical copies again.
All right, that's good. Good.
Good. Oh, good for you. Good for you, man.
Or as Zach would say, "Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Oh,
that's pretty cool.
That's cool." Yeah. I don't think Zach's ever said that. I think we just attributed a fucking
No,
voice.
he said that, but then
I used to say it a lot.
he says it a lot. Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
What's that?
Oh, wait, yeah, you do.
What's that? You got, you're sick? Oh, that's pretty cool. Stop, man.
Oh, you're dying of dysentery? Oh, that's pretty cool. And then
maybe his ancestors did that too.
Because that's what he says. Because at any given time, I think 80% of my interactions with this guy, even though I've known each other our entire lives, is he's focused on something and only paying like 1/4 attention to anything else that's happening in the room.
Yeah.
And that's when you get those golden quotes like that. That's my fucking culture and stuff coming from him. Like,
we were watching. Charlene and I were watching a video of just China.
Yeah.
It was just saying China over and over again, and out of nowhere, Zach just says, "Dude, that's my fucking culture."
Well, I'll give Zach's context, as he was playing Sins of the Solar Empire.
Yeah, that's the context, but at the same time, I'm like, the fuck? Is he talking about China? That's his culture? What?
That was
a golden moment.
That was a golden moment. This dude is great for sound bites, and so is Chelsea here.
Shut up. All I have to do is say that.
It's because it triggered an event where we were at 85 and it was raining, and that's when wasn't it because one of the transformers blew or something?
Yes.
No.
And then you're like,
there was 2 explosions, and I was driving towards it. And I wanted to give everyone a play-by-play of what was happening, but I'm driving, so I can't type, so I was recording into the group chat.
And then that's when you're like, oh no.
I wish I had the soundbite with me, but for those who have no idea what we're talking about,
I can vouch. I do have the soundbite.
You do have the soundbite.
Every time when someone leaves a voicemail, it says, "Oh no,"
on your phone.
And I'll tell you why. Because nobody that I know of ever leaves voicemails.
Yeah,
it is only marketers. Every time when Chelsea here reminds me, "Oh no," it's telling me, ah, shit.
Telemarketers.
A telemarketer just left a voice message.
Those are some aggressive telemarketers that are actually leaving messages, though.
It's been happening quite a lot because they still mistaken me for a Hispanic lady named Lizette.
What?
Okay, no, the reason why people leave me voice messages and asking for a lady named Lizette is because I changed my number about like a year or two ago, and the previous owner of the phone number was named Lizette. And it seems like she didn't tell them that they got a new number, that she got a new number.
Well, telemarketers probably never... You don't actually tell them, like, hey, I got a new number, you can start calling me at this one now. They just call what's on their files, their records.
Yeah, and for some fucking reason, they still call me a year later. Hey, can I speak to Lizette? No, you can't speak to Lizette. You know why? It's because...
I'm not Lizette.
I'm not Lizette. You called me...
Do I sound like a tiny Hispanic woman?
Do I sound like a Lizette to you? I could be.
Do I?
Not judging. I mean, it could be, but...
Whoa. I fell through the level.
Nice.
Swole.
You got... Yeah, but the scene that I made in that 85 degrees when I was
gone.
I was on the floor of a public establishment.
Were you really?
Yes, I was literally on the floor, dying of laughter.
Charlene was just leaning her head on the table, laughing. I was just laughing. He was the one that suffered it the most. He was on the floor laughing, and I'm like,
on the floor
whoa.
with people staring at me. I didn't give a fuck because
I was supposed to meet you guys.
I was literally dying. I swear to God, if I had laughed for 2 more goddamn seconds, I would have flatlined.
It was such a
that
funny
message.
moment.
It was raining outside, and fucking and you were driving by the power plant, and there was, and we keep getting play-by-plays of her enjoying the fucking rain, and
that's right.
And yeah, she's sending voice chat to our group chat, and we're just listening to these, and she's getting so excited about this
Things don't happen.
this rain and stuff, and then one of the Transformers she was driving by blew, it blew before you. Yeah, it blew before you got to it.
Because it wasn't just raining; it was foggy too. So I just see colors in the fog.
And then that's when you're like, oh no.
No, because the reason it wasn't just the oh no. It's just that she was talking so excitedly because she didn't know what was going on. I think there was like a bit of traffic or something.
Yeah.
Because of this, and so she sends the voice track where she's like, I don't know. She's just talking a mile a minute, and then she realizes what happens, so she stops. Like all the words stop coming from her mouth, and she just goes, oh no, and fucking. And I just lost it. I fucking lost it. I couldn't handle it. I almost died. That humming you hear, by the way, is a 4th member who just walked into the room.
Breaking out the Captain Morgan.
Yeah, woo, rum. And he's leaving quickly. He realizes recording was happening, and
words.
Yeah, just he got the alcohol and he skedaddled.
He was outie.
Fouty, I don't fucking know.
But
I don't even remember what we were originally talking about.
That was an exciting time for me because
I
can agree. It barely rains.
And it was an exciting time for me because I don't think I've ever laughed that hard.
Well, I'm glad I was able to provide that for you.
You almost killed me. You were almost a murderer via your absolute wonderment at weather phenomenons and electrical dysfunctions. Oh, jeez.
Okay, so another thing recently came out. Bully.
Yep.
Came out 10 years ago.
Yep.
2006.
Played the shit out of that game.
I loved that game so much. It was glorious, wonderful.
It was a Grand Theft Auto we were allowed to play.
Yeah, for teens.
Yeah.
It's Grand Theft Auto for teens.
Oh. It's almost like
marketed towards
it's almost like that's what. I jumped
Well, yeah,
into it.
you're playing as a teenager.
Yeah, it's
like a 13-year-old.
It's a
No,
prep
I-
school.
Yeah.
Well, I understand.
I think he's
the
like 15,
character you
16.
play,
Oh.
But was it?
I don't know. I don't want to watch.
It was because it was rated T, and my parents were super strict about the rating system.
Yeah.
So I was actually able to play a T-rated game, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Oh.
yes, it is time.
The time is nigh.
I am ready to beat up some nerds, jocks, and greasers.
And that one odd mission where you go on a panty raid, and then you nail their panties to your wall.
What?
You don't after you do that.
I've
After
never
you do
looked at
that
that.
mission, after you do that mission, when you go back to your dorm room, right above your bed, pair of panties tacked to the wall.
Wow,
Yep.
that.
Yep.
What is weird?
Yep. Fucking straight up pervert.
Oh my god.
You steal a bunch of panties from the girls' dorm, and then you tack it on your wall where you sleep.
Are they used?
I don't know.
Probably. I don't want to.
I mean,
I really do not.
Do you
wanna
want the
know.
details there, Chels? I
I'm
mean,
just curious.
I
to
don't
how
wanna
long
know.
Because I feel if it's clean, it's like
Well,
sucks. He stole undies.
But like,
if it's
think of it like
used, that's
this.
kinda gross.
Think of it like this. He nailed it on the wall.
that's what I was thinking. Like, I'm like, okay, you know,
He stole
panty raids.
panties
That's a time-honored
and
tradition.
then nailed it on the wall.
Panty raids are a time-honored tradition, but
A long time ago, maybe.
yeah, but when you
Back when
take
people didn't think too much about it.
when you take those same panties and then tack them to the wall above where you sleep. Okay, dude, you gotta calm down a little bit.
You know what people don't think of when they do that is that you could just pretend you did it by purchasing your own undies.
Well, what teenager is gonna want to go? First of all, walk into like a Victoria's Secret, and then
There are
oh my
other
god.
places that sell undies that you don't have to go into Victoria's Secret.
Well, what teenager's gonna want to go into a store and buy
Target.
women's underwear? I'm not
They have
saying
self-checkout.
not back then.
They do have
Nowadays.
self-checkout now.
Yeah, nowadays.
Can you imagine?
Some guy in the '60s going into a Target and
And
like,
then just-
where's the self checkout line?
And it's like,
Why isn't it the future?
thank you for, sir. This is a Kmart. What's Target? Shit.
No, I'm pretty sure Target's been around for a long time.
I don't know.
Was it? I don't know.
I'm pretty. Who wants to check that right now? Who wants to fact check?
God damn it.
What's there? You got the.
Hold on. Oh, by the way, for the MXC Xbox thing, did not see it.
Did not see it.
So it
did it
wasn't
not
that.
happen? Was I delusional?
Well, I looked up MXC Xbox and nothing came up.
MXE or MXC? Because it's
C.
okay. Good. Yeah. I don't know. I like exist. It may not have existed at all, or it might have been like a fake image I saw or something.
But in your mind, it did.
In my heart, it did.
Okay.
In my heart.
Okay, Target started in 1902.
Yeah,
I was-
yeah,
I was-
Jeez, yeah, dude. Don't no
Only
young
1900s kids would remember this.
No young man back in the days where people still panty raided, because no one panty raids anymore. Now now the only people who steal panties are the perverts that steal the used ones and sniff them and shit.
The founder was Greg Dayton.
Dude, his last name's not Target at all. How the fuck?
Yeah.
That's false advertising.
What's this guy's name? His name's Target.
No one
What?
would see that.
No first name.
No last name, just Target.
Target.
It's code name.
Who the fuck names their kid Target?
What? His parents were very ahead of the curve. I've been playing this level for the last like 20 minutes.
I know.
It's okay. Okay, but I still wanted to talk about Bully because
Yes,
to
sorry.
commemorate the 10th anniversary of that game releasing, you'd expect them to be like, oh, we're going to make another game. We're going to make another Bully, which I was
Nope.
expecting. No, they released it on mobile.
Yep.
Ew.
Yep.
When did anyone ever say, you know what's a great idea? I want to play Bully on my phone where the controls are garbage.
Oh Jesus!
Have you ever tried playing?
Oh!
Have you ever tried playing a GTA game on a mobile phone?
I did it.
Oh, I thought you were like,
A
yes,
GTA.
I did.
Has anyone ever played a GTA game on a mobile phone?
No, because I'm
It
not an
is
idiot.
terrible.
Does it exist?
Yes.
Oh.
GTA 3, Vice
Does it
City,
just have,
San
like,
Andreas. It's like the controls are on the screen. It just
I hate
shows
those
you.
games.
Exactly.
They never work.
They never do, and yet people still buy them.
They want
People
experience it.
still think playing their favorite like classic PlayStation 2 games on a mobile phone is going to be great.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Just get a PS4 and then buy the PS2 to PS4. I just got killed by a tree.
But that's not
But
handheld.
I mean, but it's like, but I want to play it on the go. I can't just stay at home all day and play this game.
I don't want
They
to
could get a
dedicate.
PS Vita.
I don't want.
They could.
They could.
Get a Vita.
They could.
Get a 3DS. What are you doing? Don't be like those idiots that say, I only play console.
The thing is,
I only play console.
I only play PC. I only play
I
console.
only play PC. You use your phone to make calls and text. I don't have time.
And look at your stock options.
I don't have time to play those video games on those stupid Nintendos.
But I have all the time to when I'm supposed to be out doing other shit.
I like to play Candy Crush.
Candy Crush.
Game that came out
I play
on
a Clash of
mobile
Clans.
is Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights.
Yeah, but that makes more
On
sense.
mobile.
Yeah.
But like, why would you like for those that are really skittish and jump really fast at those?
Why would you want to do that in public?
Yeah, but first of all, I imagine those type of people. Not many of those people bought the game to begin with. People who can't handle horror games tend not to buy horror games.
They tend to. Games, but I love watching them.
Exactly. See, you won't buy them. You just watch them.
But did you buy it on mobile?
No, I was really tempted to because it's $3.
I mean, but mobile games aren't really supposed to be known for like super expensive stuff, you know. Like they aren't meant to cost a lot. Unlike Final Fantasy. Like, you know, the old Final Fantasy 1,
yeah,
2,
1
and
3.
3.
They were released
They're
on mobile.
$20 on mobile.
It's a full game.
But it is.
Yeah, but so is Bully. And Bully is
it's like
arguably much more content.
But it's $20.
It's because it's Square Enix, dude.
Yeah,
they
want your money.
Exactly. They milk their fucking fan base.
They have to because they're barely making
anything.
Well, it's not our fault that they can't develop at anything faster than 2 lines of code every 3 years.
Think about it. Their games are beautiful. That takes time.
But yeah, they are beautiful. But until they're like, we're gonna release this on another system. We're gonna release Final Fantasy 1, and then 2, and then 3 on mobile phone. We're gonna release 7 on mobile.
I'm pretty sure they have to recode things in order for it to work on the particular specific ISO and mobile.
Probably, but speaking of Final Fantasy,
why don't they stop dedicating all of their fucking resources to porting these shits to mobile and work on finishing their actual games that people want, like
Kingdom Hearts
3 and shit like that.
We didn't hear anything about that.
Different teams work on different assignments.
That is true.
Yeah, well, all of their teams work at about the pace that you would expect a dead dog to.
Well,
what?
The Kingdom Hearts
I'm trying to just make a point that they don't work.
Make Final Fantasy 15, so that's why it kind of took a long time for both games.
Tally-ho. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure Square Enix could afford to hire a couple more hands.
Not with the rate they're making games.
That's why they rely on other companies. That's why they're buying out more companies.
Are they?
Like they bought out, was it? I don't know how to pronounce Eidos. Eidos, yeah, Eidos. They bought them out, and they started telling them to make more Deus Ex games. Avalanche Studios. I don't know. They developed Just Cause. Eidos they developed or published Just Cause.
Also, Lara Croft.
Yeah, they also bought out. Yeah, also Eidos.
Oh, that is
okay. So they were the responsible for Tomb Raider.
That's
another Just Cause.
I forgot what it's called.
I don't know about Sleeping Dogs though. Didn't they just
publish it?
They just published a game that Activision didn't want to publish. In my honesty,
weird.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, where's the profits going at? Contract, I guess.
I don't know. But that was the last thing on my list. So there's something that I wanted to talk about.
Yep.
And it's about fetishes.
Yes.
I want to hear your guys' the weirdest fetishes you've ever heard so far. And we are going to start with Zach.
Oh! I need time to think about this.
Okay, fine. We're going to start with Trevor.
With me?
Yeah, you.
I mean, I would also require. I don't have. What do you think I am? Some kind of sexual deviant? Shut up. Fuck. I mean, I guess there's things like docking.
What?
You don't know what docking is?
No.
It's where one man inserts his penis into the foreskin of another man.
So, like, folds out and then just...
Yeah, like they're like connected at the penis. Docking. And then they proceed to like jerk each other and rock back and forth.
Like, with their...
Like rock each other like a hurricane.
And with their hands? And just like touching and jerking themselves off?
Yeah, basically.
So they're gonna make a pocket of cum at the tip?
Well, hey, some people are into that. I mean...
You brought this up!
I know, that's why I wanted to talk about it.
I mean, I've also seen this one GIF, where,
A GIF?
Yeah, a GIF.
A GIF.
This dude, I don't know if he injected cocaine or something into his dick, but it was much larger than it should be, and another man inserted his penis into the urethra of the other man's dick. And there was no tearing or anything.
How?
Because the dude had a monster cock. I mean...
Oh, and the other guy didn't?
The other dude looked average.
Oh.
No, I'm literally... When I'm talking monster cack... When I'm talking about the monster cack... You brought this up.
I know.
I don't talk about dick all the time.
I wasn't even thinking that.
But when I mean monster, I literally mean it was like this big around. Like, it would look swollen. He had a cock ring on. I saw it on Reddit. I didn't go looking for this shit, okay?
A leader? Like
it was on WTF, okay?
Yeah, I know.
What?
No.
He had a very big wiener, Chelsea.
I know what you're saying!
And another smaller wiener went into the big wiener.
I get it! I'm just trying to imagine how it's possible for this to not...
Cocaine in the dick.
Cocaine.
Cocaine on the dick.
Cocaine.
Say hello to my little friend.
That's not little.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that come off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure I could think
Talking about like the weirdest.
That just sounds like experimenting. Is that really...
That's just some child. That's some innocent exploration.
Amateurs.
I mean, everyone when they're discovering their sexuality, they've all tried docking, you know.
No, that's not
I know.
True.
I'm being facetious.
I know.
No, he looked at my face like she's thinking like it's true. It's not true.
Yes,
it looked like
we have to put a disclaimer to Chelsea, like it's not true, Chelsea.
Okay, so for Trevor, it was docking.
I mean, I can think of another one. I'll just have to spend time to think about it.
Yeah, so docking.
Yes, docking.
What about you? The weirdest one.
I've actually seen this because I watched a lot of TV in my youth, where people getting off on popping balloons. Like sitting
I guess,
on
yeah, I've seen that too.
Like,
Yeah, bouncing on it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that would get him off.
It's like,
they, like
ASMR to the extreme.
It's free real estate.
But like this guy was like thought he was alone, but then he discovered the internet and found a group, and they like had a party of just popping balloons and getting off of it.
Were they like jizzing themselves
strange.
while popping the balloons?
No, they were just enjoying it, and I guess
They were
it was
just
kind
enjoying
of
the bonding.
a mental orgasm, if you will.
So when they pop a balloon, they're like
tantric.
No, they're like
all sting.
They're
Was
popping
it
a balloon.
sting?
They're like, man, I'm so turned on right now.
Yeah, probably.
Monotone, just staring.
Like,
Are you turned on right now?
When he went to this party, it was just full of balloons, and like there was women there, and like they were in the kind of like bondage wear in a way.
Hey, Bruce, are you turned on right now?
Let me pop this balloon real quick. Yes.
Oh, dude, I'm so turned on right now. Thanks to the sound effects provided, the Foley provided by Chelsea,
and then
that's the tiniest little balloon. They filled the balloon up that big. He just squinched his ass cheeks on it and it popped.
And then you hear another pop, and
That's
then
a strong
and then you hear another pop, and you go to Zach's like, "What'd you think?" And he's like, "Oh, that's pretty cool."
But that's the weird
Zach's the dude standing in the corner with like the full mask on, with like an apple in his mouth, with a goat on a leash.
What? Even you made him confused.
that head tilt.
What? The fuck?
I could be wrong, but isn't that a staple of all BDSM parties?
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
That's a joke. People who are into BDSM, you do you. I'm not trying to fuck with your way of getting off.
If you like to do autoerotic asphyxiation, go for it.
Be responsible and safe.
You do you, man. Literally. You do you.
So yeah, Chelsea's got balloon popping.
Yours was
docking.
Docking.
What's you? Because
Okay,
Zach
this
needs more
was
time to think.
this.
I mean, like,
this
all mine are like super vanilla that I can think
Zach's
Super
so
vanilla.
Zach's so innocent.
of. Like the craziest thing, like I've
Knee socks or women
like,
with skirts that go above their knee.
I was gonna say like furries. Like that's the strangest.
That is
pretty strange.
That's not vanilla.
That's not. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's
if that's his definition of vanilla, he might actually be the worst out of all of us.
No, like I mean, in the sense that like everybody knows it.
Oh.
The most mainstream
Yeah,
fetish.
most mainstream.
I
It's
thought
probably,
mine
a
was
better
like the
choice
most
of words.
vanilla. Balloon popping?
I mean,
Yeah. It was
Yeah, I mean,
probably
yours is the
poor
most
choice of words
innocent.
on my part.
Yeah.
well, except for the fact that they're all in bondage gear while popping the balloons. I imagine
But
like
there was no nudity. It was just everyone clothed, popping balloons, and be like, yes.
yes. These balloon pops
you have
get
to
me
also,
so hard.
I think that this was on public TV, so they had to have it.
What channels were you watching?
I'm guessing
I don't
TLC.
know.
Skinamax
I
After
don't know.
Dark.
I didn't have cable. Okay, I had satellite at that point probably. I don't remember.
That was
Like
more
some
than cable.
HBO
You
or
had
something.
you had more accessibility.
That was like
to,
the luxury
to
of the
softcore
90s
porn.
right
no,
there.
No, before we got cable, or before we got satellite, we didn't have cable.
So you just
at
had like
all.
analog TV?
It was just analog TV and then satellite.
I'm probably guessing UPN After Dark.
UPN 13.
Was it on channel 13?
I don't know.
Yes, it was.
Oh.
Yeah, UPN was channel
We only
13.
watched 5 and 11. That was it. That was what we got.
KTLA and Fox 11.
Yeah. You never watched
It had to
UPN
be
13 back
it
when
had
it
to be
was-
like Fox 11 10 o'clock news.
Dude, like,
It had to be.
New
They-
craze.
New craze
Balloon
balloon popping.
popping.
Is your son into it? We'll find out.
Like that, yeah, it's always that bullshit. It's that moral outcry bullshit that they talk about shit that. Well, no, the balloon popping is an actual thing. I know the thing, but like, you remember rainbow parties? When
Yeah.
they talked about that. No one's ever had a rainbow party. Well, someone might have tried it after it became a thing, but when they first talked about it, it had never happened. It
I
was
don't even know what that
a
is.
rainbow party. It was a thing that the media brought it up and was like, "Are your children participating in rainbow parties? You gotta talk to them. These are some warning signs that your child may be taking part in rainbow parties,
Sexual activities.
sexual activity of a
No.
deviant
Is
nature."
it an orgy?
No. Like,
No, well,
It's
it
kind
is
of-
a group sex type thing. It's where a male would work up a bone, stand there, and the women would, or teens in this case, because it was directly marketed towards parents, like, your kids are doing this.
Yeah, because like apparently 16-year-olds all like to do rainbow parties.
Yeah, where the girls would put different color lipstick on, and then proceed to blow the dude, and each in turn, would blow the dude,
I see where this is going.
and then he would have a rainbow colored
Can
dick.
you imagine Zach at a rainbow party, and then that's how he's like, I
that's
see where
pretty
this
nice.
is going.
I mean, the clothes coming off and the lipstick didn't.
You don't even have to take your clothes off. I mean, the guy.
Well, I mean, the dick has to come out, but that doesn't require. Yeah, it's true. He can just unzip and.
yeah.
But I mean, to allow proper access, his pants will probably at least come down.
I'm sorry. I'm imagining the zipper getting caught.
Ooh, don't imagine that. I've had that happen. It hurts terribly.
I bet it does.
You've never had that happen?
No.
I never had it like there's something about Mary, like with my balls caught in it. But I've like zipped up and caught the tip in it before.
And at that point, you're like, oh!
Yeah. Oh, like there's a blood blister on my penis.
That's all I'd say if something went terribly wrong.
It's your turn, Bruce.
Yeah, what's your fetish?
No, it's not saying it's my fetish. It's like, what kind of
what
fetish
is the
have I
weirdest?
heard of?
Yeah.
No, weirdest.
The
Yeah.
weirdest fetish I've ever heard of.
Started it with weirdest.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're not getting that. He just was
I think
quantifying that he's not actually into what he's about to say.
compared to like all three of you,
Mm-hmm.
this is probably the most
Deranged?
weirdest and
Okay.
I'd have to say most disgusting
Clown porn?
fetish. No, worse.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I was on Twitter
Oh, okay.
a bit ago, and one of my friends said, so I heard this weird, crazy thing called vor.
Oh, God, vor.
And I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's like, what is that, like vaginal gore or something?
Oh, God.
Or
It's not.
it's not. It's fucking weird. And I looked it up, and lo and behold, DeviantArt was like the first thing on the
of
results.
course.
Of course.
Of course.
And
there's a reason it's DeviantArt.
to answer your guys' question on what vor
No, I
is.
know what it is. It's
Yeah,
her
he
question.
does. He knows what it is. And to those who don't know what it is, it's when, let's say, a female completely devours another female in one bite and digests them.
It doesn't specifically have to be.
It doesn't have to be women, but that's like the most
What
popular.
does that mean?
Literally eating them in one bite.
Yeah,
and
it's-
letting them like be in their stomach and just digesting them.
It's getting off sexually from the idea of being swallowed whole and ingested.
People actually beat off to this kind
Yeah.
of shit.
Yeah.
So DeviantArt took it in.
No. It's not just DeviantArt
Not just
in general.
DeviantArt.
It's just the people who draw them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of it's animated.
Most
That
of them.
is weird.
Yes. I'm like,
Oh, God damn it! Oh, God damn it! Fuck.
what the fuck is this?
I remembered another.
I honestly wish I could erase my.
Browser history?
I could
You can
erase
do that.
that in my head. I could erase it in my head. Because that is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen so far. And to include what Zach said about furries, there also was furry vor.
Oh, of course. It's so easy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I remembered another one, but I don't know what it's called. I've just seen
Well,
a GIF of it.
we might actually know what it's called if you
That-
describe it to us.
Okay, so it's basically when someone steps on your area.
Oh, being trampled? It's just being
Uh,
trampled. Being.
It's just being trampled.
There's
Because,
probably
like,
an
the GIF
actual
I
term
saw,
for the.
I didn't really understand what I was seeing at first. I had to like watch it for a while, and then I saw the blood.
Oh, that
so
that might be taking it
it
a bit
was-
far.
It was a guy with like a board on
God,
him
I feel like
and a hole for balls and dick to come out, and then someone had heels on and was just stomping at it. What is that called?
That's called.
Torture.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
that dude was a political prisoner.
He's a
That wasn't
POW.
porn you were watching. That was ISIS's new fucking execution video. Fuck.
And yeah, the blood was from the stump.
Stump! Shut up! Stop talking!
Oh my gosh! I'm sorry. You
Oh.
wanted to know.
I mean, I've heard of being trampled and stuff, but it usually never involves actual, like, harm. Just the pressure of being stepped on and
no,
shit.
This was forceful.
Oh,
At
to the
least
point where there's a
this one.
stump? Like, decapitation of lower head?
No, just blood.
You said it came from stump. So I assume...
Stomping with heels.
What?
Someone just
Yeah, no. That part I get.
and
But
they're like rubbing.
But
so.
when you said blood, you said coming from the stump, which made me think...
Stomp.
Oh, I heard stump, which made me think that she was stumping so hard that the dick came off. And I was like, you just watched something like the Pain Olympics.
No, I would not watch that if it was so horrible.
Oh boy.
Yeah, God, that's
Well, I mean,
a downer.
to be fair, I don't know if that was a fetish.
No, it's
No, that's a
fetish.
fetish.
It's a fetish?
It's a
It's a
fetish.
fetish.
Who wins this round?
I think you do.
Yes.
There's, like, I'd have to say Vor was the second most disgusting one. That
I
one's
don't
just
think
like...
that-
I think we can come up with some more. I think
We're not coming up with it. I'm
I
seeing this.
we have We're at an
We're not
hour and
coming.
35.
Oh.
We're at an hour and 35 minutes.
Oh, shit, we are?
I
do
think
have
it's
to
time
stop.
to wrap
No
it
more,
up.
no more fetish talk.
It's
So-
so interesting.
Oh.
I
I
think,
had a good time here.
I think her favorite time was.
As-
So they make pockets of cum at the.
And on
That
that
was just weird
bombshell,
to me. It doesn't sound very sanitary.
it is time for us to end
Is sex really sanitary to begin with? I mean, it's a lot of bodily
this
fluid
episode
involved.
of the Leftover Fruit Podcast.
Yeah.
I'm Bruce.
Go jerk off now, everyone, or schlick, whatever. Because we talked about their fetishes, of course.
Any last words, Zach, before I end this?
You've been a wealth of sound bites.
No, I'm
Click,
good.
click, click, click.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Bye.
Bye.